Hello friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel Survival of the Fittest. Today we are going to discuss some most important topics and most important questions from developmental biology. So let's begin. Here first question is, which one of the following statements about the cortical reaction in sea urchin is correct? We have to analyze about cortical reaction in sea urchin. So here the entry of calcium ions into the egg initiate development. Is this correct? The exocytosed cortical granules during egg maturation contain the component of zona pellucida. Depolarization of plasma membrane after sperm entry help to block polyspermy. The release of cortical granules after sperm entry converts the vitelline membrane into the fertilization membrane, which blocks polyspermy. So which option is correct in this question? First of all, we need to understand what is blocking of polyspermy. Blocking polyspermy. There are two types of polyspermy blocking. First is fast block and second one is slow block. As we all know that only one sperm can enter in the egg and other sperms are restricted by blocking the polyspermy. So these polyspermy or more than one sperm entry blocked by some pathways. First is, in the first pathway there is influx of sodium ion. When the first sperm enter in the egg, then lots of sodium are enter into this egg, and there is create the depolarization condition, and this changing of this ion condition prevent the more sperm into the and fusing into the egg. So first phenomena is the fast block, and this is occur within 1 to 3 seconds after sperm entry. Second phenomena is the slow block, and in this phenomena, when first sperm enter, we all know that not a whole sperm is enter, only the sperm nucleus is enter inside the egg cell. So if this first sperm nucleus is enter into the egg cell, there is the influx, there is release of lots of calcium ion inside the egg cell, and these calcium ion causes the exocytosis of cortical granules. These cortical granules are present nearby the plasma membrane of the egg cell, and these cortical granules are exocytosed after calcium releasing. So these cortical granules actually, sea urchin, we all know that outer side of the egg there is a membrane is present, which is known as vitelline membrane, and these cortical granules alter the structure of this vitelline membrane, and it is converted into the another membranous structure, which is fertilization membrane, which is known as fertilization membrane. And through this process, the another sperm cannot be enter into this egg cell, and this prevent the polyspermy. It is short term and blocking of the sperm, but it is the long time or permanently blocking the polyspermy. So according to this knowledge, we can solve this eventually. Entry of calcium ions into the egg initiate development? No. Development is begin after the synthesis of sperm and zygotes on, after expressing zygotes on genes, then development will begin. So during this phase, no any development, And the exocytosed cortical granules during egg maturation contain the component of Zona pellucida. Now, we all know that Zona pellucida is not present in sea urchin, because sea urchin there is structure which is membrane. Zona pellucida is only present in the mammals. So this is also wrong. The depolarization of the plasma membrane after sperm entry help to block polyspermy. We all know that depolarization occur in the fast block, and in this first type of reaction, no any cortical granules are involved. So this option is also wrong. These cortical granules after entry converts the vitelline membrane into the fertilization membrane, which block polyspermy. So this is the most appropriate answer for this question. Option number 4 is the correct. Next question is, if chimeric mouse embryos were generated using green fluorescent expressing embryonic stem cells and red fluorescent protein expressing induced pluripotent stem cell, which one of the following tissues from any resulting embryos will not express any fluorescent protein? Brain, heart, or intestine, or placenta? So which is the tissue which not express any fluorescent protein? So in this question, we all know that stem cell, embryonic stem cell, and induced pluripotent stem cell, these are come from the inner cell mass. As we all know, inner cell mass develop in later ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. So here, which tissue is originated from ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm? We all know that brain is originated from ectoderm, heart is originated from mesoderm, and intestine is from the endoderm. So these all are generated from these cells. So here these green fluorescent proteins and red fluorescent protein should be expressed in all these tissues, but not in placenta. Why not in placenta? Because placenta is a embryonic. Placenta is formed from trophoectoderm. Trophoectoderm of blastoderm. So this is outer layer. We all know that here this is the trophoectoderm. This is the trophoectoderm of blastocyst, and here is the inner cell mass. So this is inner cell mass, and this is the trophoectoderm. Placenta is originated from trophoectoderm. That's why these green fluorescent and these fluorescent protein do not express in the placenta. So option number 4 is the correct answer for this question. In the next question, in Caenorhabditis elegans, blastomere identity occurs both through conditional and autonomous mode of specification, cell specification. Which one of the following options is correct statement in this regard? So we all know that there is a conditional and autonomous mode of specification are occur during the development of any organism. In C. elegans, there is a special type of phenomena where special type of cells are developed through, some cells are developed through conditional specification and some cells are through the autonomous specification. So if the AB and P1 blastomeres are experimentally separated, the AB cell will generate all cells it would normally make. अभी हम देखेंगे इसके बारे में कि इसमें क्या फिनोमिनन होता है, AB सेल क्या होती है एंड P1 सेल ब्लास्टोमेर्स क्या होती हैं. जनरली C एलिगेंस का अगर डेवलपमेंट देखें तो C एलिगेंस में क्या होता है कि जो P1 ब्लास्टोमेर्स होती हैं ये शो करती हैं autonomous specification. Autonomous specification means ऑटोनोमस स्पेसिफिकेशन मीन्स इसके अंदर कुछ इंट्रिंसिक डिटर्मिनेंट्स होते हैं, डिटर्मिनेंट ये स्पेसिफाई करते हैं इसकी फर्दर स्ट्रक्चर को। सो P1 सेल्स में होता है ऑटोनोमस स्पेसिफिकेशन एंड AB सेल में होता है यहाँ पे कंडीशनल स्पेसिफिकेशन। कंडीशनल स्पेसिफिकेशन का मतलब क्या होता है कि इस सेल को किसी अदर सेल की जरूरत पड़ेगी, एनवायरमेंट की सिग्नल की जरूरत पड़ेगी फॉर द फर्दर डेवलपमेंट, और इनकी जो स्पेसिफिक स्ट्रक्चर ये जो डेवलप करने वाली है उसके लिए इसको किसी ना किसी सिग्नलिंग की जरूरत पड़ेगी जो मिलती है इसको P1 से। P1 सेल एंड AB सेल both juxtacrine both shows the juxtacrine signaling and it is also called delta and notch signaling. So in this condition, through this delta and notch signaling, these P1 cell give some specific signal to AB cell and these AB cell further develop in ABA and ABP cell. So this type of phenomena is occurred. So here, if the AB and P1 blastomere are experimentally separated, then AB could not be generate any signals or could not be generate any type of cell because it is depend on the P. It is depend on the P1 because here this shows the conditional specification, and in this conditional specification, AB cell required specific type of signal from the P1 cell. So that's why this option is wrong because it does not make any type of cell. When AB divide to form daughter cells, ABP becomes different from ABA through its interaction with P2 cell. Yes, this is the P2 cell and this is interact with AB, and this interaction is from delta notch signaling. So if these cells receive any signals, so this ABP form neurons and hypodermis, and this ABA cell this develop into the interior ectoderm. So this option is appropriate. Next is the specification of AB cell is determined by the presence of cytoplasmic determinants, not cytoplasmic determinants. These determinants are received from P2 cell, which is delta notch signaling. These determinants are received through the P2 cell, which are extracellular signals, not the cytoplasmic signals. So this option is also wrong. The P2 cell produces a morphogen for the determination of ABP cells. No any morphogens are produced by P2 cell. It is the juxtacrine signaling, means here cell to cell interaction is occur, and here is the delta is the here P2 cell give signal in the form of delta and this ABP cell receive signal through the notch receptor. So this is the juxtacrine signaling, not any morphogen are involved. So this option is also wrong. So option number 2 is the correct answer. I hope this concept will clear, and this is very important concept for your CSI NET exam and any other life sciences related exam. So option number 2 is the correct answer. In this next question, they are asked about in animal cell, typically which organelles is only provided by the sperm to the oocyte following fertilization. So as we all know, nucleus is provided by sperm, but there is some another organelles which also provide by sperm, that is centrioles. So this is very interesting question because some of you might be not know about this, that centriole is also provided by sperm, and this form the and this will help in the formation of mitotic spindle during the first division of the cell, So this is very important question. Centriole are provided by sperm. Nucleolus, it is not present in the sperm, it is formed later in the embryogenesis. later embryogenesis process. And as we all know that peroxisome and mitochondria and other all cell organelles are provided by mother side. So these are exclusively from the egg cell. That's why we also read and know about the maternal inheritance. Maternal inheritance, which is present only in the mitochondria, and this is from the mother side only. So option number 4 is the correct answer. So I hope these concepts will help you and boost your knowledge. If you like this video, please hit the like button and share this video with your friends who are also preparing for life sciences examination. ऑल्सो सब्सक्राइब टू दिस चैनल फॉर मोर अपडेट एंड लाइक कर दिया करो यार। लाइक करने से आपको कुछ भी नहीं जाएगा, बस लाइक करने से मुझे मोटिवेशन मिलता है, तो प्लीज़ लाइक ज़रूर किया करो और एक अच्छा सा कमेंट जरूर ड्रॉप किया करो। तो मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में। टिल देन टेक केयर, बाय बाय।